Let's talk about 2025, because that was the year generative AI really stopped being a fun side project. It became an absolutely core business critical tool for some of the biggest brands on the entire planet. And, that massive shift sparked one huge question that was just everywhere. Is this new wave of AI here to replace us, or is it fundamentally changing how we all work? Because by 2025, the answer was starting to get a whole lot clearer. For so many companies, AI wasn't just an experiment anymore. No way. It was the actual engine driving massive cost cutting. It was unlocking incredible new levels of creativity, and, as you're about to see, it was even powering companies all the way to a public offering. So, how'd they do it? Well, from what we saw, brands pretty much took two main paths. Let's call them efficiency and imagination. So, on one side, you have companies like Unilever, who used AI to just crush all that mind-numbing repetition and completely supercharge their efficiency. But then, on the other side, you've got a company like Mattel, which used AI to multiply human imagination, building out entirely new creative worlds. Let's break down that first approach, the efficiency play. Unilever's big move was something they called digital twins. So instead of doing these endless, super expensive photo shoots for every single product variation, different labels, different languages, different packaging, they created one perfect AI-generated digital replica. Basically, one file to rule them all. And the results? Well, you can see for yourself. They were just staggering. For just one of their brands, Tresemme in Thailand, content costs dropped by 87%. At the same time, their production speed doubled. And here's the most important part. Purchase intent actually went up by 5%. This is perfect proof that AI was removing the repetition, not the creativity. Okay, now for the other side of the spectrum, imagination. And honestly, Mattel put it perfectly themselves. Their goal wasn't replacement, it was multiplication. They actually partnered with OpenAI to give their creative teams tools to build new worlds and new storylines faster than they ever could before. But some companies, they went even further. They didn't just use AI as a tool. They started building their entire operations around it. And this is where AI truly starts to run the show. Just take Duolingo. They adopted this AI-first strategy to create lessons and conversational tutors. Now look at this number. In 2024, they created 7,500 pieces of content with AI's help. A few years before that, that number was only 425. I mean, the scale is just mind-blowing. Now this strategy, it wasn't without some controversy. The CEO made some comments about hiring that sparked a huge debate online about jobs. But when the dust settled, the outcome was pretty clear. Duolingo confirmed no full-time employees were laid off. AI didn't replace their people, it just made them exponentially faster. But if Duolingo made its people faster, our next example, Klarna, used AI to build an entirely new kind of business engine. By 2025, AI was handling marketing, customer support, and operations at Klarna. Their AI assistant alone was doing the work of 800 full-time employees. And the results of that? A 600% increase in content output, while at the same time, cutting marketing spend by 12%. It's just an absolutely incredible efficiency machine. And what does that kind of insane efficiency get you? Well, it gets you this. Klarna went public with a valuation hovering near $20 billion. This is the ultimate proof of AI being used as a core business driver, not just some flashy gimmick. Now, it's really easy to look at giants like Klarna and Unilever and think, okay, this is just a game for huge corporations with massive budgets. But it's not. 2025 also proved that this is really AI for everyone. And this is honestly one of my favorite examples. There's this small local barbecue joint in California, Cali BQBQ, and they did something absolutely brilliant. They couldn't afford a call center, so they trained an AI agent on the owner's actual voice to take phone orders. So what happened on their busiest day of the year, Father's Day? Well, the AI handled around 150 calls totally flawlessly. Sales for that day jumped 18%. And because the staff wasn't tied to the phone, they could serve more people in person. Get this, walk-in orders skyrocketed by 92%. It's just a perfect case study in how smart execution can beat a big budget any day. Of course, the other giants weren't sleeping either. This trend was absolutely everywhere. GM built its own internal AI for marketing. Intuit was launching entire campaigns in under an hour. Coca-Cola used AI to reimagine its famous Christmas creative. And Disney went all in, signing a billion-dollar deal with OpenAI to explore AI in storytelling. The pattern is it's undeniable. So, after seeing all of this, what does it all really mean? It brings us to a new bottom line, a new way of thinking about this entire technological shift.
We started this whole thing with the old question, right? Will AI replace jobs? But the real lesson of 2025 is that this was the wrong question all along. The real question we should all be asking ourselves now is this: will I be replaced by someone who already knows how to use AI? Because it's clear the brands that treated AI as a partner, as a teammate, were the ones that won. The lesson of 2025 is clear. The brands that won weren't the ones who asked if they should use AI, but how. They treated it like a partner, a teammate that could supercharge efficiency or multiply imagination. The future isn't a choice between humans and AI, it's a partnership. So I'll leave you with this. From a small barbecue joint to a multi-billion-dollar IPO, which brand's AI strategy surprised you the most?